Hi crafters! Okay, imagine if Cinderella's glass slipper didn't disappear at midnight but instead stayed on your dresser holding your rings like the cutest little treasure. So today we are going back into fairy tale mode. I'm making a ring holder inspired by Cinderella's glass shoe, but with a little twist. I'm adding a princess castle right into the design. As usual, I start with a sketch. I actually dreamt about this project, and when that happens, I try to draw it exactly the way I saw it in my dream. So I sketched the classic glass slipper shape, and on each side I add the silhouette of a castle. I just love mixing something elegant with a little fantasy touch. Then I transfer my drawing onto some cereal box cardboard. You can use cardstock too. I trace the whole design, castle included, and I make two identical pieces because we are building this in 3D. I carefully cut everything out, especially those tiny castle details. You really don't want to rush that part. Next, I glue my template onto single-wall corrugated cardboard to make it sturdier, and I cut it out again, but this time I only keep the shoe shape, not the castle details, because cutting tiny castle shapes in thick cardboard, no, thank you, even with an X-Acto knife that would be a struggle. After that, I decide how wide I want the shoe to be. I cut a long strip of cardboard for the size, wide enough for the depth I want, and long enough to go all around. I tape it in place with masking tape, attaching it to both sides. And suddenly, it actually looks like a real little 3D shoe. I love that moment. To smooth things out and reinforce the structure, I cut small squares of craft paper and glue them all over the surface. This helps hide imperfections and makes everything stronger. Now for the ring holder inside the castle, I keep it simple but practical. I cut a strip of cardboard that fits between the castle walls and fold it several times to create little waves like a tiny staircase. The rings will slide perfectly between those folds. I hot glue this shape into place. To make it magical, I cover it with blue fabric from one of my daughter's old dresses. It's soft, elegant, and absolutely perfect for this Cinderella theme. I glue it carefully over the waves using scissors to press the fabric down so I don't burn my fingers. After a quick test, it works beautifully, so now it's time to paint. I paint the shoe in a light metallic blue to give it that glass slipper feeling. My daughter actually loves it like this, but I can still see the texture of the craft paper underneath, so I decide to upgrade it. I trace the sides onto blue glitter cardstock, cut them out and glue them on. For stubborn corners, I use hot glue, and honestly, I like it much better already, but something is still missing. The inside of the shoe needs contrast, so I glue silver glitter cardstock behind the castle shapes, and now it really pops. Even though I trimmed the edges carefully, the corrugated cardboard is still visible, so I finish everything with white satin ribbon glued all around the edges. That detail makes such a difference, it looks much cleaner. Some people might stop here, but I'm not done yet. It still needs that little je ne sais quoi, so I bring out my gems and glitters and decorate one side of the shoe. Then I feel it needs more vibrance. I find a beautiful Christmas ribbon and use it to create the shoe tongue in the front. I also add some at the back to form a fancy ankle collar. Now it feels truly royal. To finish the castle, I cut tiny silver glitter ties and glue them onto the rooftops. And voila, a fairy tale inspired ring holder that looks like it came straight out of a princess dressing room. If you enjoyed this project, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more creative adventures. Thank you so much for crafting with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting!